deserve to gain all this time on anyone ahead. Get a couple quick 10 seconds. That's descent! What was that from JB? That was a very, very odd move at the break-in. Makes him think about it, is enough to make him get some space, and that's an error around the corner as well. Has a slide, and that might be enough to open the door, and I think Ethan has done that sweetly. That is honestly a nice, nice move. This is absolute pandemonium for this race. Chaotic, everyone's dropping everywhere. This corner's amazing for letting people go for it. I think I've just seen is that... And there's some passing going on further back as well. Is that GB and Pooch both going past the McLaren? That's insane! Get 3 and 4 wide, a little bit further back, side by side between the teammates, and that's going to be a switch up. Now, I am quite firmly certain that D, R, and S games will be played! They will be played! Dylan's hit the car ahead after trying to get out of the way. He's now sending it from range. As that Mercedes is defending hard. Oh my sweet Jesus, that is an Aston Martin from range. Josh M_01 has just done probably his most outrageous move I have ever seen in history. Everything, he's going to have one send. Josh knows that he's going to park his car on the inside. Down the inside he goes. If both gone wide, I don't think either of them made the line at all. And Rod's trying to force his way through the wall. And Rod is out of the race. A sudden Pooch podium. This might happen. If he keeps his car on the road, he might end up getting a cheeky. This is the big one. Welcome, everyone. Season 26, round 10, the LOL Good Luck Bloods Grand Prix. Listen, don't ask questions. This is the greatest Grand Prix of all time, and we will be there. There's been 3 subs immediately. RB with 26 months, Ethan with 22, and Adam with 15. Legends to a lot of you. This race it's been an impromptu decision. The reason this is coming around is mostly because Miami is a bit too booked, and I don't want to risk it going a bit too crazy. So I've decided we ain't doing none of that. We're leaving it alone. We're going away. So this race is brought to you today by a special Wheel of Names. The absolute classic to anything we ever do here. It only drops 2 months sub. You guys are crazy, by the way. I've only just returned. Let me give you the stats and figures. So, who knows, lap race? That's the amount. The pit loss, 4 calendar decades. It's a large amount. Expected head loss per driver. I feel like I've been a bit on the safe side here. 3.25 head losses. Softs, there'll be some mediums, there'll be some hards as well. Listen, We got stuff to get on with. Okay, listen, don't ask any questions. Circuit the Sun. I almost forgot I did that one. Well, now obviously, this is a big event. We're now going to have a race where the track is decided by a wheel that no one knows. No one except, not even me. I don't even know yet. But we're about to find out. Now, I obviously had to get in the correct tire for this one, since this is, like, I'd say a big deal. Championships can get decided today as well. So, I mean, if I move that so it's no longer out of shot, and then we just get the fit ready. I'm just prepared for the business. The suit is bound. The suit had to return. It had to return. So, are we all good? Can't just act as if it's normal and casual. This is a head loss day for everything, and there's no reason why it should be. It's gonna be fine. I am gonna invite people in. I want to make sure everyone's in first. This is all that you need to know. So that's why you took so long. What do you mean? There's also a clip-on tie. Shout out to my old high school tie. I decided I found that, so we're gonna run it up and really, really make sure we're... It's really not necessary of a tie, if I'm gonna be honest to you. Josh can't log into the game. That's no good. Nico's in the stream. Welcome in, by the way. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I need to spam invites to the people. I'm gonna go through the names and try and get everyone in as quickly as possible. Then I will do the wheel spins. We might be a couple minutes late, but you know how we do. It's what we do best. We've got, I think, a total of 17 to join today, which should be good. Are you watching Peacemaker? I haven't actually finished the second season. I didn't watch the first at all until, like, recently, which I will, because I think it's kind of cool. It's not bad, but I haven't caught up with it, so it's fine. Even Mexico, despite hearing that's my wife's home race, is also ineligible for the wheel. Miami's ineligible because of the bugs. Mexico is ineligible because F1 refuses to do a good scan of it, and I hate the current one. The track's great. The current's... Who is cold safety? Oh, Rocket Pro, I swear to God. Yeah, sure. Sure, I see you. Yeah, I feel like I've missed everyone. As always, I've been away for... You know me. I'm not going to bother waffling on about that right now. We'll just get involved, getting everyone in the session, and then we're going to be fine. I'm focused on PC people, so shout at me if you are checked in and you haven't got an invite. I know I have the list on my screen, but I just want to make sure I actually have you at some point. Pooch needs an invite at some point. Ray needs one as well. We'll do Ray first, because Pooch probably ain't at his desk yet. So that's okay. We'll give him some additional time. Mir's got an invite as well. Let's go. Cuzzy! Yeah, for that alone, you're banned. I'm blocking... I'm a 500 name. I'm blocking you off the friends list. Cuzzy, and he thinks he can escape punishment. I'm not having it. Satani's an invite as well. There we go. I got you. I've got you. I think that's most... Well, it's not most. We're only up to 10, obviously, but like that's most of the names I have to scroll very far down to get. We should be good. I'm excited for this one. It should be a fun day. Everyone's going to be very excited. Quite literally, not a singular human knows where we're racing today. I can't see why that would be a bad thing. Oh, he's already in the session. In any way, shape, or form. Safety car is in my thing. Who are we missing? We need Spuds in. He's already got one. Jack is on Xbox. Josh is going to be... He's now in. He's logged in. Ethan is on Xbox, so he's fine. Raul's already in. We're good. Is Raul in? No. But Josh can invite him. Raul will get in at some point. We're fine. We're good. I don't know why I missed half of the people's... Oh, Spuds is in. Is there? Names are hard to spot sometimes. There's a few. I think I'm going to have enough time to run the script with the other intel and info business and stuff, which isn't actually that much. It's just standings. It's the normal business. No, I got you, by the way. In the meantime... Let me give you those standings. We actually do have championships that can be decided on this big day. The Constructors is harder to decide, but it is decidable. It is technically decidable. It just needs very big amounts of perfection. In short, 1-2 for the Astons, plus the fastest lap, and it don't matter what anyone else does, Aston walk home with it. McLaren need to basically stop first to second or fastest lap, and then it's doable. It's very... Yes, Josh has assured me that is true, so if it isn't true, then blame him, but who's doing the maths? I'm gonna call it if it is. It's very, very close. Points gap's pretty big. Drivers' Championship is more doable. You know what? We need Epic Visa for this. It actually is quite more doable. Okay. F1 Lightning's on 217 points on the top of the board. 149 in second for Ethan. I'm not gonna go for all the math stuff. The short answer is... Mr. F1 Kid just needs... to score less than 2 than what Ethan has. If Ethan gets 10 points, F1 Kid needs 8. Etc, etc throughout the entire thing. And then he has it. It's pretty doable. It's pretty close. The rest is obviously on the screen as well. We've got Raul, we've got RB, we've got Bagel, we've got Peach, Jack, Josh, Apollo Pets, Young Quest making into the top 10. He's only been in for a few races. He's made a little bit of a storm. I will keep you updated on if it's actually possible for a championship to be won or not, etc., etc. We can chill back now. The music can go back to normal. Now, we got to get some cabbage rolls from Romania. What's her name? What's her name? Okay, my mini helmet arrived. I couldn't be happier. W, show it in a Discord. I would like to have a little look. That sounds very cool. Damn. Sorry, the cabbage rolls thing caught me off guard. I think there's one name I'm missing from the scroll down and find lists. And my brain isn't like clocking who I should be missing from. Oh, wait, of course. Wait, hold on. Bagel needs an invite somehow, but I think he's got to be at the top. And Quest. Should have been high. EA screwed me. Listen. I can't. Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, it's true. They did it. I can't actually lie. I can't make any like blame excuses up. That is very true. Yeah, I need to get the Alpine boys plus Quest an invite at some point. There's Quest 1. If he's not already in, not sure. If you get a double invite, you know the drill. I do this every single week. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Big scroll. There it is. Okay. I think I've waited my allotted time before I can. I'm allowed, right? Am I allowed to do the thing? No one knows what the thing is yet, but am I allowed to do the thing? We need a track to be decided, okay? We need to know where we're racing, because currently no one knows. Not Sonny Hayes, no. We got something different to be given to the people today. I need people to know where they're racing. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click some buttons on my stream deck. Make sure it's on the middle monitor. Let me take you through the results and what we're going to have. This is the wheel spin. So, as you can see on the boards, we have a couple options. These are what we will be having today to be racing with. We've got a couple Monaco inclusions. We've got Japan, Imola, Spain, Austria Reverse. F124 has made the list. Mere winning a race is on the list. Let's spin it, see what we get. This is a big decision for the people. Oh no! Right. Well, I guess we gotta get in the way with the setup, and I mean that is what it is. The wheel gave what the wheel. I won't do you that bad. I'll nice you. Sure, let's run it back. That ain't the real wheel. The real one is this, okay? I ain't doing that to you. This one doesn't include any track we've done. It doesn't include Miami, and it doesn't include Mexico. But every other track is available on the game. This one is brought to you by Rowlick. Now we're actually spinning to see what we get. Whatever it lands on, is it. We're racing there. It's Japan. I believe it's Japan. No pain for Brazil. Japan's been chosen. That's actually where you're racing. I wouldn't do you like that. I would never do. I really, really wish I had the balls to just do that first time and actually do you all in, but I can't. I can't. I mean, let's not lie. I can. I'm choosing not to because I don't want to upset that many people. That's nice of me. Like, I think you should be grateful that I've not ruined your day. Let's get Japan set up. I'm ready to go. Bagel, by the way, you're all good. You're all good. My PC's played up. I'm gonna restart 265. I was gonna eliminate it, but then I would have actually been here for 20 minutes. And I didn't want to do you in that much. I was either 2 wheels or an elimination 1 wheel. Can I pay for a Nah, I can't. I can't reroll. I can't reroll. I can't reroll, surely. I don't think I can mess him around that much for NSL. For other things, sure. I don't think I'm willing to do it. I don't think I'm willing to do it. I don't think I'm willing to do it. Why are we gifting to... No, because now I'm going to get bribed into re-rolling. Now match fixing's actually going to be called. I think I'm going to stay firm. No gifted subs will re-roll this. No more do it. I appreciate it. I am not re-rolling. I'm going to stick to my guns. And we're carrying on. Crest, I got you in every invite, by the way. I got to scroll and find your name. I need to keep it a little bit, like, within the range of not chaotic for NSL only. If I go too far, I will... Everyone knows what I do anyways. It's fine. It's fine. Boring! Nah, I can't. The thing is, now if I say I'm doing it, I feel bad because I've just got a gifted, ignored it, and say, gift me more. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Elimination wheel. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna give you... Why is... By the way, I almost forgot to call you Lucas. I almost forgot. I got it right. It's fine. Yes, I've clocked that it's you. Don't worry, by the way. I'm gonna give you one more deal and one more deal only. One final deal. The wheel has tracks that aren't everything except Japan. Do you want me to waste 5 minutes of your time? We have to start late, but you eliminate everyone one by one. Or do you want me to stick with Japan? That is your only option. Either you wait 5-10 minutes. It won't be 10. It's gonna be 5. 5 at most. Or I know the only person who's probably going to be most upset with this is Jack, that's why I said 5. I can do this in 5. Of course, we are all jobless anyway. This man said job. Alright, speedrun this shit. Come on. Alright, get rid of Japan. Where is it off the list? Japan is now confirmed not on there. Aye. We keep it moving. The last track remaining is going to get chosen for this one. Voice chat's been suspended in the background. We've got bigger issues to deal with. I ain't even pulling the klaxon out for this one. I'm just going to keep spinning and we go down. Hungary is now ticked off the list. No, it's Zanvil. Forwards. That's one more. Good. No, you was meant to go. Zanvil, you was meant to get off the list. Please. Go away. Thank you. Next. This is going to be done very quickly, and I feel like it's going to upset a lot of people when it lands on a track that they don't want to go. Brazil's gone. Yeah, we're doing it. You all shouted yes, and I'm a content man first and foremost, so we're doing it. I'm gonna just keep spinning. Canada's gone. Canada's now also gone. Too many people said yes, I know. Can we stop? I told you, I gave you the decision. Zambot reverse is gone. I think. Sure. Yeah, they said it. I didn't want to do this, but I was gegenpressed into changing the wheel format. Last minute. Qatar, I'm honestly very happy Qatar's gone. I didn't want to watch Qatar as a race. That's fine. Good, thank you. Next. So we've got Kota, Spain, Singapore, Hungary, and Austria reverse. The reverse track's on the cards yet. Kota's gone. I really don't want Hungary. That's all out of all these ones. That's all I don't want to see, I think. Land there. Singapore actually would be nice to get rid of as well. That's gone. We'll be here for 25 years. Spain, Hungary, and a reverse Austria. Are we going to back-to-back Austria? No, we will not. Austria's next, obviously, but not yet. We will not do a back-to-back. Hungary versus Spain. Ah, I told you. You asked for this, not me. Someone asked for this, not me. This is nothing to do with me. Oh my god, This is all your fault. This is all your fault. We could have had Japan. We could have had Japan. We could have had Japan. Every single one of us could have had Japan. We could have had Japan and we'd had a good time. Would have been fine. Everyone has a chill day. We all just relax. Now we're not doing that. Now we're doing Hungary. Oh, there's gotta be no over. Ah, no. All right, let me double check everything else is set. Ready up pretty much in a minute or two. I think we're only missing one, so I'll spam an invite. I think it might be just Bagel. You had to ruin it, you and your damn ego. I didn't want to. It's them. It's not me in it. Someone did it, not me. It actually wasn't even me. Sadly, the lobby seems ready and we're set to go. I think the only person we're missing is an Alpine. We might start in a second. Guys, you can slowly start readying up. I'm going to give Vega one more invite and hopefully we can get him in before we start. If he gets in, he does, but obviously we'll get him in during qualified if not. Let's go. It's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great day. I have never been more hated than today. Listen. There ain't no need for this music for the rest of this, man. There ain't no need. I will tell you, the plan was originally from the start of doing this, get a wheel and one by one tick him off. Last minute, I changed my mind and said, oh, wait, he's here. Last minute, I changed my mind and said, let's just do it as one. And that was me being nice. That wasn't even a time thing. I was happy to do it. Like, we've taken no time. You have gegenpressed me to go back to it. All right? That was all you. I didn't want to do too many wheels. I already had the meme wheel as just a show-off thing. I didn't want to waste too much time, you know? Leave me alone. Go away. Go do your own creative business. Can I not start at the back? It's hungry. It's hungry. Oh, do you want to take the pen? You want to do the restart thing? Sure. If you're officially asking that, can you, like, tell me that now? Yeah, you're good, by the way. You're good. Let me know mid-chat or something and I'll start room. Okay, yeah, we do have a couple grid pens to deal with. One of them, not a grid pen, sorry, one that we actually have to deal with, which means we're gonna do a second lobby later. Qualifying's gonna be the same, but if you want to save yourself burning all your tires, you actually can do it for once. It's gonna be fine. I don't know why anyone's asking who Blood Clot F1 team is. Don't ask silly questions. Don't ask silly questions. Okay, so yeah, 2 lobbies, and then we're sorted. Yeah, same thing as always. I will shout at the end of the session. Once we get to the end of this, the race that we start at the end of this ain't going to count because we're going to a new one, but just retire instantly. Yeah, we'll do the same. But yeah, we're going to have 2 separate ones because of a grid pen to deal with. Okay. I'm excited for this, man. This is going to be great. This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. Do you understand how much everyone's going to hate me? Look at Aston chat. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I believe he's going to give me some stats and figures to look at. He's rushly going to get the tire deltas and things. Yay! Thank you. All right. Anyways, I've given you. I don't really know what I've done to you today. I ain't really got a Scooby-Doo what's happened. It is a normal event in a race. The only real meme thing is the fact I've had to re-roll the track and I decided, what's the most annoying way possible I can do it? Combined with a few other things. I think we've done our job. We're at normal stuff now. It's fine. Sadly, we are at Hungary. Honestly, out of all the tracks to pick, this would have not been one I wanted to pick. I'm glad I didn't waste too much time setting it up because I don't like wasting people's time when I say it's starting at 7. It isn't. The track part, I can't get. Like, you're still gonna hate me for. Don't diss my home track. It ain't your. Bro, Londis. Is there a Londis in Hungary? If there is, then I'll allow it. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Okay, so yeah, in case anyone missed it, splits lobbies. We have a grid pen to deal with. Vortex has a 5th place, so after this quali session, we're going to let it go into the race, just DNF as soon as it's done, and then we're going to host a new lobby when we got brought back out of that, and that one will be the actual race part. And then we're fine, and then we're all good. Easy business, easy business. What happened to Japan? So we was originally, I changed my mind like half an hour before I started. I was going to do 1 spin instead of an elimination wheel. Then the chat made me change my mind. So we did an elimination wheel. And now it's this way around. I only did it because the chat said it. Like, it's not a thing that can be blamed on me. It's only because of the people in the chat saying, some of the people, trust me, I see the people who said, why the hell did we change that? I saw you. It's not on me. It's not on me, Fig. It's not on me, Fig. So yeah, Hungary it is. I am sorry in advance if you hate the track. I am sorry for me, because I don't... It's not disliked. It's cool enough, but like there's other options I like more than this one, you know? It's fun. Playing Pete with Josh buying and roll was an experience. How was that, by the way? How did the games go? I saw that happen, but I was not... I don't know where I was. I was nowhere near my house at the time. That's all I know. How was Gegenpressed on the mains? For it, listen, it was prime Pep Guardiola Barcelona days, and I have to listen. I have to bow down to that. That's good level. That's a good level of performance. Sometimes you just gotta let him have the ball and just low block it, and even then, doesn't help. For the VOD side on YouTube, I wonder, like, how crazy do the VODs, like, you just hop in and think, okay, watching round 9, Monaco, that's going to be a bit weird. Round before, it's going to be weird. Austria's next. Oh, what's this, round 10? What's this name for the track? What are we doing? Yeah, those days going to be odd and weird. Peak on stream when? If you say it too loud, Raul and Josh and the co will shout at me. I honestly haven't got an aversion to why. I'd want to play the game. I just haven't actually got around to doing it yet. That's the only thing. Yeah, that also, as Satan's mentioning it, I don't know if you heard before, that because we're having to do the split lobby just because of the grid pen, that was always going to happen no matter what race we did. So that's not a late change thing. We always had the grid pen to do. Yes. That means any weather things that the game's given us now aren't for the main proper race, which is kind of annoying. I will ping and make sure people know before the end of the quali session that that's actually the case, but it's a bit stressful. Which normally, every time we do a split lobby or a sprint of some kind, when we get to the quali one, it says it's going to rain in a race, and then we have to do the new one, and then when we get back to it, it's not actually raining in the race, and we get a boring dry to the end, and then that's it. That is what I don't want. I want it to be pouring with rain at some point. I feel like I haven't seen rain in a while. Think I'd say at Monaco would have been cool. It's fine. It's no sprint. I just got to split the lobbies up due to a grid pen. That's it. Vortex, in-game, still, I have to call him that, has 5th place, so... And he wishes to serve it properly. Most of the time when we do a grid pen sort of scenario, we just say, just start at the back, save us some time, and they're like, yeah, sure, why not? Vortex wants to serve it properly, so he only wants to drop 5 places, which is fine. It's just, this is a very one-off where he's chosen to not. So that means he actually is going to qualify. I mean, he can change his mind and not set a lap, I guess, but he doesn't have to. He's more than allowed to do his own business. So far, we got 3 times, but nothing major so far. 16 for times 2 for the 16s, and F1 Kid is not at the top. Okay. I kind of like that. Now, the good thing about this, it wasn't planned, as I said, until like recently, but the good thing about this is that technically should be a little bit more rusty, because no one has direct practice at this track unless you did every single track as practice prior to this in time trial for a few laps. I feel like I'm eyeing at one person when I'm saying that. At least 3 people have probably done that, so I can't even like single that out as even as it's a 16-0. But like, yeah, unless you've done practice at every single track, it's impossible to be fully prepared. So it kind of leans down onto natural ability, which might help or make it worse. We don't know. We don't know. Rain and Jeddah, what a race there was. I hope we get that back again. Like that level of just annoying, you can't do a damn thing about it rain, where it's very much in the middle, is a very perfect balance. It's quite cool. I like that a lot. Vortex is, on his first proper lap, has chosen to invalidate said lap. So he's going again on this one. He's just making us wait for this actual lap time so I can doubly check that he is doing it and not having to do a weird different grid pen. Names, I might as well talk you through names because there's always a new different set of meme ones that come through every time. Safety car spelled wrong is Rocket Pro. Vortex technically isn't named that in Twitch, but that is still him. I guess that's a name difference. Bloodclot F1 team is Pooch. Don't ask silly questions, you do that. Cabbage Rolls from Romania. Going on an invalidated lap is Mr. Rowlick in the McLaren alongside his teammate. And I think that is all the name changes so far. Unless Bagel comes out with an absolute banger of a name when he joins. Is he on the game yet? As a quick double check. I don't want to miss out. I don't want to give him no chance to like get in the session yet. It's not on yet. He said he'd let me know, so it's fine. Yes. That might be the last only one we can have changed. Setups as well is a good thing. That's a good reminder for me, Jack. Yeah, some people obviously like to hone in a setup, like drive it for a little bit, see how good it is, and actually tweak at some point. Some people do that. Some people just nick and call it a day. Most people probably do that. I think I'm probably one of the few who doesn't. But now you either have no clue or you just hope that every single setup you have is semi-decent or extremely good. Yeah, predicting this, I don't really know what to say. Basically, it'll be who's the most experienced people. It's an extended open lobby day, except we have to take it seriously. And I thought I was going to get a lap there to watch on board. We still haven't actually sat on board one just yet. Vortex has finally set a lap. It's a 17.3 on the board. 5 place dropped for now. We'll be down to 12 at the end of this, but that's okay. We've still got a few more people left to do some laps on the board, but they aren't there yet. My prediction is that a driver will win. We have had one and only one NSL race where that hasn't happened. So technically, that's not 100% certainty in NSL. We have had a race where no one has won it. Not out of everyone who attended. So it's not on the cards that that's a guarantee yet. Answer in a minute, by the way. Thank you, Millie. You're a legend for picking that one out. Darkstar, welcome in. Finally enjoying having full CMRT in the... Am I forgetting what CMRT stands for? Is this to remind me? I feel like I feel like I've been out of the loop for like brain cell knowledge, anything. That might be a reason why I'm misunderstanding half the stuff we're talking about. Normally I'm always in like live translation of conversation and stuff. Like I know exactly what we're talking about. Live translation is not the one I wanted to go for, but it makes enough sense. Times are close as well now. It's a 16-0 times 2. This is nice. I don't think Ethan would normally be this high up immediately alongside an F1 Kid time. F1 Kid's warming up into his pace, but he might still get there. There's still, what, 15? Well, 15, no, probably like 12 minutes left. 10 minutes. There's a lot of time to warm up to it. And with it being a split lobby, you can throw every soft tire you have. If you was going to save them for the for the race, which you could, you don't actually have to bother doing that. You can just use all 4, 3, depending on how many you've taken soft tires into the session, and then it's having a good time. Don't have to waste any tires. Spelled safety car wrong, so you don't get confused with the actual one. I wish that came up on the screen. That would be kind of cool, but... That would also be pretty weird if that was the case. Josh on board with a lap is a bit quicker than before. 10th quicker in his middle sector. Or by the middle sector, I should say. Let me see what he's got on the boards. I wouldn't mind seeing a third car on a 16-0. See, maybe this is good potential. They're seeing absolute greatness. In terms of like full competitiveness at the top of the board. Maybe it is. Bagel's PC is not doing him a solid. I'm hoping that fixes up for him at some point. He's going to need another invite soon. A 16-1 for Josh's name. 10th and a bit. 2 tenths almost. The gap between the top 3. Then another second to 4th position of RB who are on board with now. Tiny bit of a gap. Little small piece of a gap, you know, but it's fine. CMRT is a cool... Do I know which one you mean? I've seen a lot of UIs, so that's actually... I probably do. I'm just blanking at this moment in time. I believe you're that. I've still missed a set of Corsa. It's been so long. I haven't been on it in ages. It's been a while. It's been a while. RB lap time. Let's go on board with him. As far as I know with maths, I'm going to keep saying this until I get proven otherwise by the end of this. If it happens or not. Aston or 1-2 with fastest lap is giving them a championship. So, a solid qualifying from the pair of them would be slightly ideal at this point. So I'm going to watch on board with this man, who got his second podium out last time. Not by driving that wide off the track, though. That wouldn't really help him. But he did get his second NSL podium last time out at Monaco, which was a race of all time. And so far, this quali lap is delivering less chaos than that Monaco race did, to be honest. And I think that is safety car I want to go on board of. Ray has also joined. He's in the... Oh, I think he's a reserve. I just forget. He always goes in a Ferrari, but Ferrari now have a full-time car. I'm so used to Ray being in a Ferrari, despite the fact he's not full-time this entire time. But we're all good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Yes, this is Hungaroring. That is its official name. I don't think it has any other random colloquial names. We are hungry. We're having a good time. I know the title doesn't say that anywhere. Don't worry about it. It's okay, it's good. We're chilling. This has had a few lookups on the few times I've checked this lap so far. I have no clue what this is going to be aiming for. I didn't check a delta time or 2. DRS will get opened. We'll see if it gets a little quicker than a 19-2. Maybe into an 18, which it is, but it's... not changing position at all. It's an 18-2. Massive improvement. Stays in 11th place. Positions do not change. And I see at least one of the McLarens is not on a lap, just prepping one. Ethan is also on a lap as well, but is looking a bit sketchy, but is half a tenth quicker at the moment. GTR, good evening to yourself. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. I missed you guys. I really have. It's been ages. 2-3 tenths quicker. Okay, maybe there's time on the board for these individuals to be finding. Everyone gets a 2 tenths quicker in his lap so far. This could be a nice little session if the improvements keep going in from everyone. I like this. Round a few final corners, no mistakes needed, and this is a nice improvement. 15 5.62 on the board from Ethan. That's kind of impressive. I don't know what's actually impressive time, but from what we've got, it's impressive. However, 6/10 improvement is more than enough to beat Ethan's time by about a 10th or so, and that's without a final sector improvement left in there. If this final sector's the same, he's up by a 10th. If it's better, then the gap might be a bit scary, and F1 Kid might go back to his usual business. Maybe even set it to 14. Not going to do that much. 15.230. Safety car retires, called it a day with air quality setup, which is at the end of the pit lane. I don't think they actually made it in the pits. I can't see that at this point, but I don't think they did. That's a bit of a gap, though. Slight bit of a gap at the front. We'll go on board with Josh, and he's just invalidated at the last second. Off topic from F1, have you seen the COD mode? I have. I've seen the whole breakdown of all the class items and stuff that they finally showed. I am very excited. It's just, I feel less excited, not because of the game, just because I haven't been playing games properly for like a month or two. It feels weird. I haven't played properly casually. COD will be the thing that brings me back, even if I'm in a bad mood or whatever. But I am very excited for Black Ops 7. I'm going to have a good time. I would playing it a ton in between streams, a little bit on streams, not all the time because I'm not a COD streamer. I just like to play it. Don't want to throw it in your faces too much. I am very excited though. You should be having a good year, I think. Hopefully. It hit the wall. Oh, Vortex. That's not the track. That's somewhere else that you're trying to go. I see you. I see you. I see you. Right. Everyone has said the time so far. Bar Bagel, who is in a session, I think is on his lap as we speak, in fact. I'm not sure if this is his lap or if he was regenning, because 70% battery at this point is very, very high. It will be a lap time no matter what, but I don't think this is his best primary lap. This will now be the lap he's doing. I'd hope so. He gives us a little wave for low. Either that or it was a frustration. I'm not sure which way around, but we love Bagel nonetheless, so we're going to say it's a nice time. I hope his event went well yesterday. I was entirely not even at home for most of the day again, so I didn't get to check in. I didn't even get to say if I was racing or not. So I know some of you guys joined in it as well. I hope it was a good time. It is cool to see all these cool events happening because I like having fun with it. Give me one car from the 24 F1 season and one track from there to do a hot lap in. That's massive caps. I wanted to say hungry just because I'm looking at it, but I feel like that's not allowed, obviously. Let me say... Oh, that's boring because all the answers are the same as normal. Cota in A. Williams from 24. Yeah. That's an option, I guess. Miami and M that's good too. Pick both of them, one of those. It's a hard thing to pick because the calendar seems exactly the same as this current season. That's why it feels weird to like decide. I'm trying to not pick my bias dodge. Yawnage. But yeah. Move. Need to qualify for the Raul because some of my quality pen is less because he has one as well. Oh yeah, Raul is also doing it now because he also has one. I completely forgot that I don't know how I forgot because he did many crimes last time out. Like a lot of them. Like a fair amount of crimes on the track, if I am honest. Which he took nicely, etc. It was fine. But he did do a couple. There was a few there. But don't worry about it. Don't worry. I say less. I mean, it's one placeless. I see what you're going for. But anyways, it's fine. Yeah, 2 quality pens. Vortex and Raul both have one, so they're both going to move down 5, which, considering they're right in 5th and 6th, that's actually quite nice to do mass-wise later on. But we'll take it. Car's going to hop out again. I don't think we have very much time left. I would love to tell you. There we go. 2 minutes 46. Zombie's gameplay trailer just dropped. I'll be there for that. Kieran will be there for that. Maybe if Kieran hops in the stream, he can give me the intel. I mean, I like zombies too, but Kieran I know is the zombies individual that I know in the stream. There might be more of you, shout out to you if you like that, but like I know it's always him. If I ask questions, it's him. Jack's on the track at the moment. So far on a 17.415. Jack, this could be the day he gets onto a podium. I don't know why I'm saying that as if it's like written in the stars. I'm just writing it out there that today is the day where people are going to be more rusty because I've inherently made it so. So I can't promise that a name that you haven't seen in a while doesn't get on a podium. Jack's been there before. It was a weird time when he got there, but he got there, so fair damn play. That was pretty good. It can happen again. The new podium sitter can happen. If I remind myself how many people have actually had podiums in NSL in the grid right now, I think there's... Let me look at my list. Where is the podium sitters on this screen? 8, 9, 10, 11? There's actually quite a fair few. Over half the grid's had a podium. It's the wins and stuff that is less so often, but like the podium is... It's being visited by quite a chunk of cars. I kind of like that. You know what? We'll stay on board with Jack. Everyone else is pretty much on their way on their out lap, but Jack is about to start his proper lap right here and now on his second attempt, because I think he's invalidated once. That is fine, though. We'll see what he's got on the board. Jack, take it away for some driving. Let's see how much he clips near the apexes and give us a clean run. First apex, nicely done. Tiny bit of a snap on the exit. A nice car that could have given him a slipstream if it had just stayed on the racing line a bit longer, but if I'm honest, it probably would have ruined everything else into the next few corners. But so far, this is nice and clean. First sector time we'll get on the board in a second. This looks safe-ish, but it looks like it will be an improvement of a lap. It's actually pretty much matching his first sector best. So no change so far. Was that 27 something I think I saw? We're going to leave it at that at the moment. It's like it looks fine. I'll have to have a look after the stream, like when it's done. I'm curious. I've heard a lot of good things, though. I'm hoping it is as good as it sounds. That'd be nice. Big up to online services communication. Don't crash anyone's game. We've seen enough. We've seen enough. 30 seconds left on the clock. Sector times are definitely flying in. I wish there was a live thing to update and check how everyone's doing. 3 attempts quicker from Jack is nice. If he takes that improvement, it will bump him at least to 8th. Any more in his final sector, and there's maybe an extra position or 2 on the cards. Maybe he overtakes Noah if he's got another half a second in this sector alone. I don't know. Rounds the final corner, though. DRS open. Battery is finished. 16.9. Overtakes Quest into 9th. And I think, as I was saying, that other positions have changed. So RB has just gone himself up into 5th place with a 16.1. That's actually a mighty impressive time. There's an Aston Martin on the way around. Which one is it? Ah, it is F1 Kid, and he has found a 14.957. 14.957. Ethan, yeah, isn't going to improve on that one. Raul is in second with a 15.4. Josh is still on the way around on his lap at the moment, but I don't think this is a lap that he's doing because he's on no battery throughout this entire middle sector, and I don't think there's time for him to get around because obviously the checker flag is over. Of course, there's no time. What am I seeing for times at the moment? What? 14.9 and then a quick half a second gap to the rest of the grid. We've still got more to go across the line. Noah's going to cross it. See if he can improve any amount. It's a 17.1. He stays in 8th because that is no improvement on his time. That is also going to put Vortex down into 12th if my maths is right. And Raul's not actually going to put that far down, but that's quite annoying considering he's second. That's almost perfect, though. If you had a penalty, you want to be exactly as high as possible. You almost did the absolute maximum. Not too bad. Is anyone on a back-to-back lap I'm missing? Unless it's Spuds who's on one. He did just finish a lap, but it wasn't an actual lap time on the board. Star is 1-1, which might jump a few cars. Does jump Pink Princess to 16th. Which means we have the order, because I know Jack isn't on a lap at the moment. It's a pole position for F1 Kid. It's a Josh on second on the grid, but in the quality order, it is Rowlick. A cabbage rolls indeed. Josh third, Ethan 4th. I'll be in 5th place. It's a status quo top 5. Pooch in 6th is not bad. I think the name I'm missing that I'm used to seeing there is probably a bagel name. But again, random track. It can throw people off. I think it has done that a little bit. It gave us a little bit of spice in the first few laps, but not by the end. Fair play. That's the order so far. Reminder for everyone, if you're listening, stay in the lobby. Do the same thing as we do in a sprint. We are going to go into a new lobby, but we're just going to retire in the race. Retire in whatever this race is. We'll set up the lobby again. We need to add grid pens. So when you start the race, this isn't the race. Retire, and then we'll do it again. Simple people. Went nerdy and did 2 hour laps to drain fuel. I was wondering if Jack was doing that, because I was like, I don't think you need to do it for tire temp, but I was wondering if that might be the reason. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Yeah, everyone retire, go straight into the next part, and then we'll just start the next lobby. And then it's all good. It's easy business. Speaking of the order, so you can see what we did. Half a second gap is monumentally big, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Second place is Raul, Josh in 3rd. Then we got Ethan, RB, Pooch, Vortex, Noah, Young Quest, and Jack with a top 10 provisionally. Obviously, it's going to change in about 10 seconds. Ray in 11th position. Ollie in 12th. Rocky Pro in 13th. Spuds in 14th. Pooch, wrong bagel. We had that before. That was weeks ago. Bagel in 15th, Satara in 16th, and Mia in 17th position. That is the order for every single individual on the grid. Retire yourselves in this next screen. We'll get us into the next main menu, and then we'll set the lobby up. Everyone, just retire, okay? And then we're good. Put all the pre-pens in the steward's room. Damn. Damn. That was speed. Bagel at the back. I honestly, like, this is the thing. This is either where people who are not nerds, which is everyone except F1 Kid and a few others. I'm one of you. Don't worry. I'm not slandering. I'm one of you in that argument. It either makes them get closer because the sweats can't get as far away from them, or it means they get further away because they naturally just don't play the game as much, which, yeah. It's a weird one. Can go both ways, which is why it's sometimes annoying and sometimes kind of cool, but, like, you know. It's fine. It's fine. Job center opening up in Lithuania that I'm hearing. Bros, what? I see you, man. I see you. Can you retire in the formation lap? I don't think you can. I think we're actually going to have to wait for the formation lap to oh my god, I've just seen a McLaren hop. I've seen it happen multiple times. Sure. Everyone's got the right message. As I said, when the race starts, just retire. So it's fine. All chill. Yeah, this... yeah, the experiment wasn't, again, intentional, but, like, obviously it had to do it in the end. It's probably half worked and half not worked. I don't know. We'll see. Ray is the last survivor, but the game's not put him off the grid yet. The game has allowed Ray to continue on his formation lap. There we go. It's decided to stop. I ain't ever seen an entire grid. Yeah, full DSQ grid. I don't think I've ever seen. Anyways, this isn't obviously it. Everyone, jump your stars. Good job, guys. Good job. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you're out the stream up, appreciate you lot. We can see what the hell we'll answer with the rest of these. How entertaining can we get as a DNS set of cars? Couple 10 seconds. The amount of cars that just haven't braked at turn 1 is crazy. That is so many cars just refuse to stop. Bert Mylan is already out with me. Oh, thank God this is now NSL actually starts. So bad to be smoked by Ray. It's Pooch. I'm gonna be real. I say you Gagan pressed me to say this result counts legit, and you just keep going, man. Oh God, we got one remaining survivor. Bro's just chilling. Bro's just chilling with Bert. He's gonna sit here for 35 laps. All right. Yep. Thank you everyone for listening on that. Appreciate it. Let's go sort out the grids and finally have everyone set up. That was probably the smoothest way we've done that. Like the quickest. Everyone just GBH retire, etc. All that good stuff. It's kind of nice. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely not a red flag. I wish we had them on. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But not yet. Not yet. Jedi, welcome into the stream for the first time. Hope you're doing well. Good to have you, obviously, along with us. You're about to see the race action. That's about to start in... how many minutes? 5-ish. This doesn't count what you're seeing on the screens. This is chaos. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. My job got taken. Not happy. Bro, you should have been... you was there to see him. You just duplicated it. If you want to add those 6 points on your own, Pooch, I'll let you have them. But, like, being 15 seconds behind second place is impressive. I don't think I can allow that to be counted on the board. All right, as long as everyone's ready up for this part, we'll go. If you want to count the reset championship... sure. Worst quality of the season. I suspected it would. I was wondering if that was going to be a seen as that or not. Josh, stop typing the new provisional order. I can see you doing it in the stewards. I can move two people's names. It's fine. You don't need to. I can see him typing in stewards room. I see you. Too helpful. It is okay. It is okay. Ref, is that what you was doing? Am I correct? Did I have called? All right, Fat Carrot. If you want to carry it on, sure. All right, go on. Go on. Let's get ourselves into the thing. I don't think we've actually wasted too much time on this, which I'm quite happy with. Very well done from the lot of us. Right, time to set ourselves the order. New order for the session. This is the official order. Obviously, not much has changed. You're basically exactly where you are from where you was before. So there's no need to be stressing. And hopefully everyone is still in the session. Yes, they are. Perfection. We'll have some more music on while we're waiting. Why not? Right, pole position. Still as it was before. F1 kids. Second place is me, otherwise known as when I translate it, it's Josh. Still put that. Third place will win, I'll be Ethan. RB is going to be in a P4 to start this race. Fifth place will be... where is the blood clot? There he closest you're ever getting to be speaking like that. Noah in a solid P6 after looking at that. That's very nice. That's kind of cool. Rowlick is now into 7th after his 5th place pen, which is fine. That's the first one to apply. Quest up into 8th. Where's Quest name? Whack him up there. 9th place, Jack already in there. 10th place will be Ray in whatever car he chooses. It doesn't have to be the Sauber, I guess. It can be whatever's free. Ollie in 11th. 12th place is going to be Vortex after his pen. It is indeed. Then Rocket Pro, if I'm right. Where is safety car? Yes, cool. Spuds, then Bagel, then Tatar, then Mir. That's the order. Double check I've got that right. I think I have. I haven't messed it up. If I have, then you can shout them and you get 5 free points. But I'm certain I've done it correctly. For the first time in a while. Good job, everyone. No need to waste any time. I'm going to double check all the settings are correct, but you have free permission to ready up and do your thing. We're good. I should be on pole. I haven't received the bribery yet to put you on pole. I see you. We don't accept bribes unless it's like £5 million, but I haven't received it in the PayPal, so I can't give it you. Good attempt, though. Lobby's ready. Let's do the proper session. Formation lap is on. Just loaded back in. The timing of that is insane. Your laptop, man, is... I honestly applaud it for making it through a season of league racing. Anywhere, let alone here. Not bad. Cross your fingers, because dynamic weather is on every single time we have split up 2 sessions for whatever reason. Sprint, grid pen, or broken lobby. Pretty much for a while. If it shows some rain, the second part ain't going to give us some rain. So does that mean if it shows no rain in the first part, we get some in the second? We have no clue. I am crossing my fingers for the absolute piece of greatness that I'm going to see on my screens. Praise the Cody's gods. Yes, yes, it's looking drier than some ashy elbows, if I'm honest. Okay, yeah, it's not. It's not delivered. We tried. Oh, wait, Nan's knees! That's outrageous, bro. At least go for the elbows. My knees are clean. My knees are good. I mean, my elbows are good as well. But I see you. Right, well, it looks like we're going to have at least a dry start, and people will find out later on if it's going to be wet once they load in. But I suspect with that much sunshine, we ain't getting nothing. That is a shame. All right. This is Prime NSO. We do have some stats and championship stuff to decide at some point in this race, so let's not get too lost in the meme source. I have a massive sheet of stats and figures loaded in. Most of them to do with the championship, because I mean, I have the other stuff, obviously, but most of them are championship deciding things. We've got a lot on. Setups, if you remember to put them on, good luck to you. If you don't, that's not the game's the game. But yes, if you've got time and you're hearing me, please remember to put your setups on, or else you're going to make your own life pain. And there ain't a damn thing we can do about it. But game's the game on that one. Yeah, championship's the main thing. Constructors, doable with absolute perfection from one team and no rebuttal from the other team. So technically doable. Dry the whole race, I am sorry. The strategy is something, though. I do believe it's not just a one-stop. So it at least gives us something. That, from the intel I've been given, thank you to the nerds out there, you can get a little bit of something going on. Tire strategy will go and play this down. It's not going to be a boring one-stop. Unless someone goes for it, in which case it won't be boring. It will just be at least interesting. Yeah, game showing a one-stop. We'll see how many people go for it. I think a lot of things are optional. When it's a two-stop, it basically leaves a lot of things on the table, so that's quite cool. Grid is ready. Tires on the board. Spider in people's rooms. A spider missing, by the way, is crazy. Yeah, that means Mia's not taking part of the race. I'd understand as well. Tires on the board. Mediums pretty much for the entire grid. But both the Alpines have gone for the hard tire to start with. And I was going to go on board with him, but I can't because it's DSQ'd. And Rocket Pro is on a soft tire. Going for the absolute alternate. So alternate ×2 for the Alpines, going long on the first stint, or just getting that hard tire out of the way. I don't know, whichever way around it is. And alternate on the Sauber of very, very soft compound tire, try and gain a lot of positions. Rocket Pro's gained a lot in the last couple of races from his start, so I can see it being doable that we get a never clean piece of racing from him, especially on those softs. It's going to help him out a lot versus a lot of people who aren't on those. And a lot of people are jostling for position under formation lap. There should be 2 people behind Bagel. Despite that, there is a lot of people behind them. I'm not really sure why, but they're all having a good time, I assume. Trying to not get off their laps and have cold tires or colder tires than normal, but we'll see. Just my teammate going soft when everyone else doesn't. Listen, don't worry about the tires are fine, man. It's all good. It's all good. It might not be all good. Yeah, other things I want to point out. This is the main key stuff for this man on the board, the Aston Martin. He is a grand total of 68 points in the lead. After this race, And a GBH attempt on the formation lap attempted from this man. Okay. After this race, 66 points are going to be possible to be scored by anyone else. So, in short, F1 Kid has to not be outscored by Ethan by 2 points. More than 2. If Ethan scores 10 points, F1 Kid needs to score no less than 8. And then he's fine. He can be outscored. It's doable, but like he just needs to be 2 points or less and then it's fine. So he can afford to be the worst driver out of the two of them today. Ethan, on the other hand, he can make this keep going on, but he does need basically maximum points to make sure it's actually possible for him to do it. To extend it till next week, it's not that impossible. I will play that along as we go through. I've got every single permutation that he needs and what has to be done for F1 Kid to still counter it. We'll get to that point at the end of the point. We'll get to the start of the race at some point as well. Young Quest has been DC'd out of the session before we've even got to start in the race. The rest of us will have some lights on the boards and we will go racing at Hungary for some reason, because that's where we're racing, and Josh is in the lead at the moment. How has that happened off rip? I wasn't expecting a lead change off the start line. Round the outside is going to be Pooch. Maybe trying to steal a third, but he isn't going to claim it. He's going to have to settle for fourth, but F1 Kid is back in the lead. Then Josh, then Ethan, then Pooch. Then I'm seeing a very fast starting Sauber who's been clipped in the rear, and the fast start has been derailed just a little bit. He's still all the way up into 8th though. It's pretty impressive, and there's already a bit of a gap now between that and everyone else behind. Ray is side by side with Finn Air, but is in 11th place, has gone very far wide and has not stayed on the road. I'm not sure what happened, if that was a loss of the rear or something else. That is not a good day. I'm going to try and get Young Quest an invite before I carry on comms, because I feel bad that EA has absolutely done him dirty again. This man and his... I feel bad for the guy. EA, stop doing him dirty. Bro's just trying to do a race. Please, man, please. Let me know if that's going through. If you need another one, shout me again. He is in. Let's go. He is now slightly down to 11th. The rest of the people have moved around a little bit. We've got 5 gain for the soft tire runner, as expected. We've got Blood Clot F1 team up 1. He's had a good run. Now, he could have almost taken 3rd, and which would have been a nice flow. But, I mean, 4th on this point, on hard tires, is pretty impressive. Up 1 position ahead of RB, who's got a tiny bit of a train behind him for the time being. Josh in very good stead right now as well with Mr. F1 Kid. And I am seeing an Ethan trying to change that down the inside into turn 1, and then it's now Ethan into 2nd. Exactly where he needs to be for later on. Well, he needs more than this, obviously, but, like, you get the gist. You get the gist. Right now, Ethan is still in a good chance of at least disrupting his championship rival for later on. 7 points gained in the moment. We ain't going to count fastest lap points for a while, because that would be brain cell and powers that I am not willing to be doing. It's not the day. It's not the day. But as I said, F1 Kid can still win this championship even if he's outscored at the end of today. So, surprise, surprise, if F1 Kid gets a win, I think you know who wins the championship at the end of this day. It is the Aston Martin, but we'll see if that ends up being the same later on. Lickle... There's going to be a little chance of overtakes. Just a little chance of overtakes, by the way. What am I speaking like today? Sure. There's going to be a small chance of overtakes on track, so tyre strats are going to be very key. Ethan's going to have to do something different somewhere on the roads. And Rowlick will slowly be making his way up. Same for Vortex at some point, but obviously that's after his stop that I think he has been forced to make due to some damage that I haven't seen earlier on. He's now in 17th with a stop. I didn't actually get to check what the damage was, but maybe it was a collision with Rocket Pro's car. That's a guess, because he also had a little bit of a moment. Young Quest is now fighting right now with Bagel. I want to have a look at that, in fact, because these two know each other. They've been about. And the position's been given to the Mercedes. I want to see if there's a counter offer from the Alpine down the inside. There isn't. Hard tire on that car means it's going to be a little bit slower for a lap or two, or more than a lap or two, obviously, but for a while, that is fine. And we did miss Mr. Cabbage Rolls making that move. He is now up into P6. Possibly chasing down the rest. So pit loss, if I have this on the screen as well, 20 seconds. So right now, if anyone's in that, which would only be... It actually is almost at the back of the grid already. Mia and Satar already getting in the way of that. Normally, for at least 3, 4, 5 laps, you can pit freely, for some reason, if you needed to, and you would have clean air for a good couple seconds. But surprisingly, we're already breaking that in a lap or two. I think we will be there. In fact, in a corner or two, 19.9 seconds. That's insane. Tiny bit of traffic to deal with if anyone's pitting early, but that will change as the rest of the few front runners start to a little bit, well, trade blows and trade DRS for a little bit longer than this. Speaking of, that's 7 cars in that train, I think. I think Noah's still just about in it. Noah being very impressed with, for like the first few races I've seen him in. Yeah, sitting in the toes, being good enough to keep up with the leader pace runners, at least like the top 6 sort of runners for a good amount of time. Just slept out of DRS as we speak right now, but is kind of within range at all times, which is pretty impressive. Down the inside goes Raul, but a switch back from RB might counter it, but I don't think it's going to on that exit. That is a position gained again, which puts him how many positions up so far? Back 2 up, because obviously he lost some, and that's a snap at the exit. RB might take advantage of that if he really wants to get brave and pull a vintage Dylan around the outside of this corner. He hasn't gone for it. If you remember that from previous intros, it's a good time. Dylan pulled off some clean moves against his own rival at the time. In the wet as well. It was honestly some class driving. Wasn't expecting at the time. Now we know it to be a common thing of Mr. West 42, you know. Good vibes. Raul's also now actually a second away. Streets will never forget. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. Josh has since, I hope, learned not to get packed in on the track by someone else. I think he has. He's had enough wheel-to-wheel combat to deal with not having that happening to him. I'm still impressed with Josh. I mean, I know he plays the game a lot. That's not true. When he plays it a lot. I think it's a better way of wording it. He's doing well still. I still thought he'd be a little bit further off. Maybe at least F1 Kid and maybe Ethan, but less so. But he's keeping up nicely. I don't know if that's just a DRS just really, really helping you out on this sort of track and people not willing to push it too much, because why would you? You're not going to overtake it too easily. RB is now also out of the train. 1.7 second gap. Raul's back in the train to the car ahead of him, which means he's on this train of 5. Was a train of 7. It's now a train of 5. Tiny bit of a gap, then 2 more behind that. Further behind the soft tire runner, I believe we're going to get the real train, because those soft tires will be done in checks notes real quick now, more or less. I don't think those will last much longer inflated, let alone be, well, having any form of pace in them. 8 seconds away from the next car. This could be very helpful for the front lot to pit into a nice little gap at some point. It depends how much this car can hold the rest of the masses up for I don't know. But I suspect it won't be more than, what, 3-4 laps until the Sauber hops in the pits? But Ollie is stuck behind it right now. Let's check if he has damage. I thought I saw some. He does not. Young Quest has recovered a little bit after the disconnect that EA gave him. He is up back in 10th, but still stuck there for a bit. Jack and Bagel will be able to catch up to this train. If they don't get past, the cars ahead don't get past the Sauber, then these two can claw into it. And then if they still don't get past, Ray can catch up, etc., etc. That could keep going for a while. I have absolutely no clue if that's going to keep running for a little bit. And Vortex has got his first penalty. This is not a good day. Not a good day for Vortex. Why am I seeing Pooch briefly into 3rd? Did he just turn his brake pedal off? I think he might have. I wish I'd have seen that properly, because Josh was, I'm not sure if he'd already been dropped out of DRS. He maybe already had done. But regardless, I think Pooch came from range just then. And he didn't stop at all. Raul is now into 4th as well, so he's overtaken Pooch at one point. I'm not sure what actually happened there in order-wise. As far as I know, it was Josh, then Pooch, then Raul. So one of those 2 has made the move behind Josh. One of those 3 has then been forced wide. Pooch had 3rd place for a little bit. It's gone the wayside. He's still doing very well on that hard tire, though, as now joined by the Sauber safety car. Rocky Pro's giving up on a soft tire experiment. I respect it. Spud's also onto the hards as well, from his mediums, though. That's early, I think, from a medium strat. I think not by too much, but it is a bit early. I'll keeping tabs where he ends up fitting into. Right now, I think he'd jump a car or so, but like that might be strategical, that might be forced. But I don't think it was too long a stop. We'll find out later on. Pooch is still within that DRS train, so he's okay. Josh is out of it now, so this is going to be a little bit of a free-for-all between these 3, / absolutely no defense required, because I think they just don't want to be wasting race time. Raul's into 3rd. I will be honest, this is a pretty fabulous race, considering his 5 place grid pen, which just obviously force it to be looking like this. He's done well to recover straight into 3rd, and he's not far off race time-wise the leaders. We're chilling on some nicest lap times. Ethan's, well, he's still about a second away. Could get dropped on this lap, though. I just saw a bit of a wide turn in there. The front was not responding. He might get dropped on this lap. This could be the lap which means Ethan's got no one to keep towing him along, which means Raul might arrive on the scene quicker than expected. Just as I was thinking, okay, he might join it, it's changed around ends, and F1 Kid is doing F1 Kid's business. Lap 7 at the moment. I am aware a medium hard tire strategy is doable from this point if you switch from this onto your first set of hards. That would require you to have 2 hard tires. I mean, you can do any medium hard something, obviously, from that point, but if you was doing that, it's possible. It's slightly possible. I was wondering if I might see Ethan pop into the pits immediately for that. He did not. He's dropped a couple attempts more. We've got Josh on the big threat from the hard tire runner of Pooch. I want to see something. F1 2020 stream when? 7 years. I miss it. I do miss it. It's annoying. It's not cross-platform. I can't play it properly. Why has my watch got a message? I felt one, but it was something else. Okay, it's fine. We're good, we're good. I was hearing a ping, but I didn't see it on my phone. I was very much confused. Yeah, F1 2020 is annoying. It's not crossplay. It's not crossplay. I can't do much, man. It's not. I can't live in with it, man. It's painful. It's painful. But one day I will return to, obviously, at some point. It's been a while. I feel like I need to have a quick go at it. But some point. Okay. Back to locking in for the race. I think I just lost my train of thought briefly, but I don't know why. That's a snap. Vortex out the race, but I think that's into the pit lane. I think it's called a day, but forget that. Huge snap from Rowlick. He was having a great day. He was cooking. No? Like, huh? All right, now he's down to 5th, and the whole order's changed again, and now it's Pooch and Josh up another few positions, sure. I wasn't expecting it, I can't lie, to happen there, but I guess the tires can fall off at any point in time. Yellow flag is just coming out for Vortex to car at the pits. Unlucky for Lucas today. I think Pooch might be having a look at this one. He's going for it down the inside. Is he going to stop the car this time? No, he still isn't! Josh wasn't okay! Josh loses it himself in sympathy. He sees a small Pooch error and says, I'll double down on that one. Okay. Pooch has been saved. He already messed up his own send. Josh decides, I'll just have a small traction issue. And I don't blame Josh, because those tires probably ain't having a nice time at the moment. Josh got spooked. Is crazy. I don't think the mediums are having a good day. I think the overheating tires are probably really compounding right now. After one little snap, and I guess these tires have got to be close to like 50% wear. Maybe. I don't remember the tire temps and pressures and anything that really compounds to it. Josh's race has just gone from pretty damn good to, oh no. All from a little bit of a spook from Pooch. I mean, in fairness, that probably is half the reason. Other than the tires being bad, I mean, you was caught off guard slightly and then just caught that snap at the very wrong time. And it was a bit too big of a snap. That's very unlucky. That is very unlucky. That can happen, but it is unlucky. Pooch, you've been saved because he should have got a nice overtake and been thrown right back behind another car. But I guess not. I guess it's not going to happen. Now we've got Raul fighting with this man, defending aggressively to the inside pit wall. I respect it. No move's going to be made for this corner. He has managed to stop his car. Raul down the inside. Again, on very old mediums. This could be a cinema fight, because they should be even pace tire-wise and people-wise. All that good stuff. For a good while. In fact, every lap it goes on, it should be advantage Pooch. Josh into the pits. He's calling his first stop right now, which I think a lot of people might start doing. So if you start on some mediums, I think if you start on any tire, you can pit from now. It's whatever sort of combination you want. I was trying to catch up with what Lucas said, by the way. Game glitch, and I just randomly said, oh, just randomly said I was on Inter's mid-lap? Okay. I want a clip of that. I wish I had a clip of that. That sounds annoying, but it does at least sound funny for laughs afterwards. That's annoying. Unlucky, man. Unlucky. That's painful. I was wondering why, because I didn't think I saw a DNF. I didn't think that whatever early pit stop happened would have been that bad. It's all good. We'll come back for the next one. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Well, a lot better than that bug, obviously. Something a lot better. Ray's overtaking Jack in a moment further back. That's just Vortex leaving the session. It's nothing. No big DNS. We'll have a look further back here, because these cars were all waiting for a little opening to be given to them. And that's an opening given to Bagel, as Ollie's decided to have his own snap mid-fray through the middle sector. I think the medium tyres are calling it a day in terms of how much wear they have on the rears, plus tyre temps, plus talent temps. I don't know. They're losing it as it keeps going on. I'm expecting as we keep going, more and more cars in, including Ethan. Second place Ethan is into the pits onto some brand new hard tires and has a nice clean chunk of air to go into. Bloodclot F1 team will continue on the way for a little bit longer, and F1 Kid will keep going on those medium tires for I'm not sure how long. First I-30 mods will become. Wait, how you getting mods by the way? Sorry, I'm just completely distracted from F1 stuff. Tell me about mods, man. Tell me about mods. I don't know if you said this earlier. Sorry, I think I've been so hectic. I think I've missed a billion messages. Let me know. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. I'm curious, my guy. I'm curious. Look, I just randomly switched between full commentary to like, oh, someone's got some cool stuff for the car. What do you got? Why not? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, you know. We'll go back to the racing until I hear the response for that one. So yeah, Josh is down into 13th. I want to see the leader gap as well. 37 seconds. He lost a lot of time. So pit loss at 20 means he lost overall to the leader 17, but he was already about 5-6 seconds away ish before the snap. So like not all of that is down to the loss of traction and a couple errors, but a good chunk of it probably is obviously down to that. So we'll see. But I want to keep an eye on where Ethan's car is. 20.1 seconds away. I wonder if F1 Kid's just going to go safe. Just say, I'll just pit later. I don't need to be ahead of you by the end of it. Doesn't matter too much to me. You can respond after. Let him burn his tires up more, because why not? And I also have no clue if Ethan's got the harder tire compounds on, if he has 2 hard tires to his name. What I do know is Ray might need to visit the pits now. Ray stays out, even on those medium tires. Only is into the pits of his, though. Certain people are lasting longer than I expected. I'm thinking that means a lot more people are trying the one-stop. A lot more people are trying the one-stop, because there's no way this many cars are still out on these mediums. Best of luck to you lot. Having air in those by the end. I'm gonna wait till my probation is signed off, but time to yawn, sorry. Blow off valve, new air filter. W's. Oh, replacement filter. Okay, nice. Okay, I like that. This is, I was gonna say subtle. Yeah, it's subtle. I ain't complaining, listen. That's nice. That's nice touch. I ain't heard about the car in ages. I feel like this is the annoying thing about me not streaming properly. Like, I like hearing all these updates about just how the car's vibing and all that good stuff, and I feel like I've heard nothing. It's not your fault, it's just mine. I haven't been here to ask. That's kind of nice. How much is all that out of interest? I'm curious how much that is for a car like that. I don't know. Albeit into the pits as well. So is Noah as well. Anyone else behind following in? Young Quest might be one of the next cars. Stays out for a little bit longer. 100% battery, by the way. He's absolutely chilling. I see him. Hard tires, as expected. I don't think we're going to see anyone change onto a soft, because why would they do that? That would be a very weird thing to do. Josh on the fastest lap on those hard tires. He'll be rushing to try and catch any of that time back that he can get to. Ethan, after all his stops, is now only 17 seconds away from the front. So he's gained about 4 and a bit seconds on these 2 laps so far. And is currently lapping a Williams known as Mir, I believe, who's got some front wing damage on their car as well. I'm intrigued at what F1 Kid strat's going to be. Does he go just for an offset then? I assume, because I don't think out of any individual he would want to do a one-stop. Unless he's just getting bored and he wants to try that. But on those mediums, I don't think he'd want to spend on much longer. He's doing well pace-wise. Peach is not catching him too quickly, if at all. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's not right now. At least for the last couple corners, he's lost a 10th. So yeah, I'm expecting he's just going to try at least something different. I just don't know what variation of it. Other McLaren's into the pits. 7-second gap to his teammate at the time, and now he hops in to change onto his hard tires. Where will that drop him into? 8 seconds plus 20, 28 means he's going to be clean around Quest. Excuse me, but I assume Quest will be pitting soon as well. He's not. So maybe a bit of a hold-up for him. What shot? Vortex is not finished. He had a bug, apparently. I don't know if it was true, but I don't know why he'd lie. He had some happen at the first lap, and then I think he had a bug later on. Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, he is already gone. He retired in the pits, if it helps, so it's not horrible business. And that is the McLaren ahead of Young Quest by just about a second and a bit. Not too bad. Both like 230-ish, I think. Maybe more if I get their whistle at home for them, but that's not... Car upgrades ain't that much more. Okay, let me... No, I'm gonna stick with my statement. Car upgrades don't sound that much. Every time I've ever looked in myself for like stuff in the future, like, they ain't horrible. It's not cheap, but they ain't horrible. To have a little bit of extra fun in your car and stuff like this, It's all right. Jack on a 3-second pen joins a couple of the other cars onto it. Has someone had a spin, or am I just seeing an overtake or two happening and people have switched around? I feel like I've missed a spin here. I am not too sure. Maybe that was what Jack was doing then, when he was... Those tires look finished. Even in F1 game graphics, where they barely show tire wear, those tires look finished. Like, moderately cooked. And never mind, safety car behind is having a moment on his oldish. They're not old, they're just not new hard tires that have been on for a while. Ethan's now only 12 seconds off the lead. I will keep leading gap for a while. I know it's obviously harder to check the gaps between cars themselves, but I don't want to be rude. Mass isn't too tricky. I'm kidding though. While that pit stop phase is still boring, apparently. I was meant to say developing, but clearly not developing quick enough for my liking. I've decided to pull a fat yawn out of the rafters. I don't know why that was necessary. Either way, let's go on Barbarian and see if he goes for a little move down the outside. That's a tiny bit of a squeeze for Bagel, but not too much. Not too much danger. He will wrap this round the outside. Bagel has been on his hard tire since the start, alongside Pooch, the only two people to go on that strat for the race from the beginning. So I'm not sure when they're obviously going to hop to pit. Couple of people still not off their mediums. Just Jack, Satar, and F1 Kid. So, and Quest. Now, I can believe some of those people are going for the one stop because the game said so, and they're not bothering to mix it around much. They think, it's fine, we'll just do it, why not? I want to know what this man's doing, who is finally pitting. What is he going for strategy-wise? Because I still feel like he'd do a two-stop if he could. Or is he just going to go alternate to the nth degree and still try a one-stop just because he can? I really am intrigued what he does. We'll see. Either way, in the lead so far is Pooch now. Would love a safety car in the next coming laps. Probably not right now, but in a little bit of time, he wouldn't mind it. Even in second is very, very good for him, but obviously the offset is 5 laps of tires at the moment. That could add up later on. We'll see. Depends how much. That's 5 laps to play with. That kind of makes sense, but it sounds like it doesn't. 5 laps to play with for the strategy later on when he pulls his second stop. I suspect Ethan will definitely do a second stop. There's no way he doesn't. If he does try a one, be a bit tricky, but I guess it's optional maybe. I don't know. F1 Kid's got the both options under the tank. It's basically what can he do to make the cars ahead uncomfortable. And the Alpines, I'm just trying to see what goes on. Let's see what goes on. I don't know, man. It could be something. It could be something. We will see. We will see. Anyways, gap's only a second though, so I think we won't be finding out too much longer. If maybe the Alpine chooses to pit very early, or if he just commits for a little bit longer. That gap is being closing rapidly. Who's going to defend this much? Because I don't think it's soon enough to pit. But Ethan wants to get ahead very quickly. Ethan does not want to lose any time at this moment. But is practically pushing the Alpine around the corners. Now that is a little bit sketch. I don't think he wanted to do a double move. I think it was just an unfortunate timing of reaction. Through goes Pooch briefly, but he gets back into second. I don't think too much harm done, but he almost caused some harm done. He sits in second for a bit, loses a second of time as well. It'll still be fine. I think that strategy is going to work out nicely somehow for the Alpines. I just don't know where it will feed them into. Young Quest is finally in as well. Jack and Satar, the last cars left on their strats, which at this point we're halfway into the race, more or less. So you can kind of afford to... We'll go with twin as well. I feel like we're not seeing the gaps between cars as we have Young Quest in. You can kind of afford to now say one stop's very doable. Like, you can wait a little bit longer if you really want to, but like, I don't think Jack and Satar have any tire tread left in the bank to do so. There's a yellow flag further back. I'm not sure who was that spinning. That spin is for... Is that for Ollie or is that for Spuds? It is Spuds. A couple of spins are happening on the racetrack today. Not too many. Championship update, if you want it. Here's the updates I've got for you. If Ethan got first in this race, that is a never moment on the curbs there. I will stop looking so I stop jinxing him. If Ethan got first in this race, F1 Kid simply needs nothing, because there's nothing he can do to keep the championship going. Don't know why I tried to make that sound cool. I read the wrong part of the message. Ethan winning this race is a guarantee this race goes on, this championship race, I should say, goes on to the next round. And it'd be a good time. So Ethan's in perfect position if the race ended right here and right now. There's nothing F1 Kid can do at this point. He can be outscored by 2 points, but not by 10. Even if F1 Kid got the fastest lap, doesn't make a difference. This man needs to not be in first by the end of it. I don't know if he knows that himself, but If he's hearing me or if someone's telling him that, then game's the game. If he goes down to second, that's when F1 Kid doesn't need to be bothered about stopping Ethan winning. But for now, it's okay. Speaking of which, though, he's only 2.8 seconds away from the next car. He might be able to stop him winning live on the track himself. Could be a good time. Imagine we get a last lap finish. Not as incredibly epic as the Season 6 finish with Claret and Caden between those two, where we had a literal last lap pass at Australia. It's not that, where they're both fighting for the title and they're both a point away, but close enough. Two people fighting for the title. They're both the people who need to fight for it. If one overtakes, they win it. It could be doable. It might happen. We might get an intro clip or two coming up, and I'll be in the suit for it, so it's just not a bad time. Look good in the intros. With a bit of color grading on it. We'll see. That's a snap or two from the Alpine. I think he might be about to be dispatched by the Aston Martin. Goes around the outside. Should be able to stick it. We'll see if Pooch defends this one aggressively. He does. I think the Aston went for a switchback. I don't think it's a thing. I think he pulled it off very... No, he didn't! What? Did he have a snap or something? How is he not clearly passed? I'm surprised he hasn't absolutely done that move ages ago. They've made contacts! They've made contacts! Okay, he does make the move, but I'm surprised that went on for as long as it did and that there was collisions between them. Pooch is still now down to third, and F1 Kid is now up into second. That would have cost him a little bit of time. Not much, but maybe a second-ish at most. Just with that little snap and range and side-by-side moments that he didn't really want to do. It might not be big by the end of the race, but it's something. Ethan will take any bit of advantage he can get. But damn, I wasn't really expecting collisions between those guys fighting at the front. F1 Kid's still going to be out for... Not F1 Kid, sorry. Pooch is still going to be out for a good while before he makes his stop. And the safety car is being passed by Young Quest. Ish. Very much ish. That was not fully cleanly done. Now it is. He's up into 9th position and cleanly done that one. Ollie should maybe following that through in a lap or two. Although his tyres are not as new compared to the Sauber, but the Sauber is just about getting a couple more penalties to the name. Very good timing in that one. Bloodclaw F1 team is in the pits. First of the hard tire runners from the start to hop in. Maybe we see Bagel dropping in a little bit as well. Now, I'm guessing that must be a one-stop, because I think you would have pulled that a little bit sooner if you wanted a two. Just to give yourself some more times on the mediums. Unless you're going to do hard, medium, soft. In which case, why? But game on. We'll see. He pops up into 7th, just ahead of his teammate, in fact. By a good margin, but he is ahead of his teammate. Bagel is staying out for a little bit longer. I was wondering if these two would go hang for a safety car and just see what they can see. Mia's wanting a safety car to be caused by him, but... he's racing cleanly enough. Cleanly enough, we'll say. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see how the rest of the race carries on at that point. Close gaps. We've got Noah still in that top 6 range, although people have stopped behind and ahead, but it's still pretty deserved at the moment on those hard tires. Kind of hard to keep in track of when the second stops are coming through. If you want to see the stop count for the cars, everyone is on 1 bar Bagel, who hasn't had any, and the people are on 2 so far. Is Spuds and Pink Princess, and technically Vortex, but he isn't in the race anymore. So I'm expecting 1 more stop for at least a good handful of cars, 6, 7 cars at the minimum. There's a few on the way to doing it, but I don't know when they pull it, and I wonder if someone really gets bored and puts a soft tire on. I didn't think that would be a thing. I thought surely not, because it's a soft tire. Why would you be doing that to yourself? It's possible if someone wants to get bored. Don't anyone dare say 6, 7 in my chat. We're not brain rotting by that level. We're not doing it. We're better than this, chat. We're better than this. Go away. You get back to racing, blood. You pause just for that? Go away. I ain't having it. I'll deduct points off your name. Game's gone. Oh, God. I think that's F1 Lightning passing a lapped car. I believe in the background it is. I think that will be Satar, because if that's Noah, then I'm concerned for the entire grid being lapped by that much. Don't think it is. Anyways, yeah. Gap is closing a little bit. 4.1 seconds between F1 Kid and Ethan. Raul is... without the grid pen... No, the grid pen. Without the grid pen, it'd be a lot better. But without the time pen, he's kind of in there. He's not being outpaced massively at the moment. I mean, he's pretty much matching, if not dipping into a 10th quicker on a lap or 2 sometimes. He's not bad with tire weight. He's got older tires in comparison. Both have newer tires than the guy ahead of the pair of them. But I'm kind of surprised that he's keeping in touch nicely. He's done well this entire race. I really would have loved to see what he had to say if he was at the front from the very get-go. Had his quality position and Could have slipped a nose down the inside of the Aston Martin, but we will not know because too far away. We might see a move happen here. Equal age tires between the Aston Martin and the Haas, and I didn't even realize that Pooch was on the rear of the two of these cars. Okay, maybe we get a free car battle going into turn one. RB's on the threat from one of these two. We don't know which one it is, Jeff. We'll find out. RB defends for one. Pooch! Absolutely no way. He might still do it. He could still do it. He doesn't. He almost pulls a double move of absolutely biblical proportions. Shout out to However on that one. Still tries it. Little bit of a hit on the outside as he goes, tries to go around the outside of the Aston Martin. Honestly, considering the meme moves I've seen, that wasn't a bad attempt. He almost pulled it off. This is a bit risky. He does manage to survive it and forces Noah to... Doesn't really force Noah off, just makes Noah get spooked. He gets one move out of it, I guess. He'll go for RB later. I caught that one on the cameras. That could have been an Everett. We could have been farming intro cuts today. That could have been kind of impressive. Gap at the front, 3 seconds from the Aston Martin of F1 Kid to Ethan. And... wasn't going to say Ethan's going to pit, actually. I was going to say Raul's also catching F1 Kid at the same time. Spurs is into the pit. No, Spurs is retiring. Ethan into the pits at the absolute perfect time, possibly. You could not have got that timing any better for a safety car. And guess what? The safety car is caught, I think, F1 Kid, or has he been able to pass him? I'm not sure if he's been forced to pass him or not. The timing of that is crazy. I think we've seen Spuds drop it somewhere through after the first sector. That's all I know at the head. Well, from the minimap looking at it. Oh, no. Okay, so he's been allowed to go away. I was wondering if safety car was going to force him to be... stuck right behind him then, so he has no time to at least counter it. Safety car is going to let them all through. But Ethan has managed to get his stop in. I don't think it's actually going to affect it too badly. We'll find out, because Delta's going to be mixing people up. But that is still perfect timing. Josh is into the pit, same for RB and Pooch. Again, on brand new mediums, and Noah. A lot of these people are going to be on some nice tires to the end now. Those medium tires, honestly, I like that for those. Pooch could be dangerous at some point. Noah could be dangerous at some point. Keep an eye on those two cars and those mediums. I honestly could be seeing some greatness here. Bagels into the pits as well. That hard tire stint paid off. He is going to gain some ground, considering his qualifying position and staying out long in the hards. It is going to work out for him, I think. Yeah, because everyone else behind is going to pit as well. So, hard tire long stint worked perfectly. It did very good jobs for them. We'll get the pit movements, position movements, so you can see how well everyone's gained and lost so far. Raul up 5 is impressive. Everyone else around them just lost positions. Bagel up 6, then 1 up for Ollie, technically, but it's the same. I don't know why it's doing that. It always does. 2 up for Rocket Pro, 3 up for Satai. It's a couple changes across the board, but it's nicely impressive. Front 2 are now in. Now, I want to see where this puts cars. Hard tires on for 1, and I assume for the other one, but we'll leave checking when it is for later. I don't think it's going to change in actual position, but it is going to at least be perfect timing of I don't lose anything to my opponent. Ethan is ahead of Raul. F1 Kid has still got out ahead of him, but he could have lost a hell of a lot more. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. He's closed the pit gap that he would have had to get back at him at some point. So net positive, just doesn't look as cool as it could have been later on. And in 4 minutes, my headset is died, so I can't hear you if you want. It's fine. Don't worry. I don't know how to... It's all good. You know what? I'm gonna just type in chat. I'll just type in chat. It's... Oh, there we go. Yeah, what Spud said. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, it's fine. I'll snooze anything if I need to. I think we're gonna be okay. That safety car timing is good. We've had it's not been too bad of a safety car filled race. Jack got a puncher and I didn't get to see it live on the cameras. I'm fuming. That could have been nice. Just for visual content. I was wondering how long you lot were trying to push them mediums for earlier on and other tires. You lot were getting brave. Fair play for you still being in the race and not putting yourself in a wall. I wish I'd have seen that. That's kind of annoying. Not bad. Well, Jack's still in. He's still existent. It's fine. A couple of people on medium tires, which I feel like will be dangerous. More dangerous by the end of it, but I mean... Depends how many laps they have in the safety car. That might start to eat away at those mediums just a tad. I don't know if it's going to be too bad or not, but we'll see. I don't really have a clue. I don't really know, really, but we'll find out. Anyways, 2 McLarens, though, are right on the heels of the Aston. I want to know what Ethan and Raul will plan between the two of them, because I don't really know if they've had much chance to drive next to each other to know who is the quicker. Reason I say is because if Raul's quicker between the two of them, you kind of want Raul ahead of F1 Kid, or ahead of Ethan, just so he can disrupt F1 Kid more, and then Ethan might claim better for it. But if you're like, okay, no, Ethan, I'm the one who's going to be quicker, I'll do it. Then Ethan tries it and he doesn't, then you're both losing out. Like, I don't know which one of them should be taking the lead on Operation Let's Go and Attack Mr. F1 Kid for this. As I said, right now, F1 Kid wins the race. There ain't a damn thing anyone's doing about the championship. He wins it. Vice versa, if Ethan wins it, there ain't a damn thing F1 Kid can do about it to counter it. The race goes on at least till the next race, and then the championship probably gets solved there. But whichever one of those two wins is crucial for their own fight. It's either a championship win if it stays as is, or it's Ethan making it continue for at least one more round. Josh claiming double warning, that's good news. I appreciate that intel. I can't do a damn thing about it now, but I will try and remember that for later. You go get your race director stuff for later and all that good stuff, it's fine. Like a common thing, it happens all the time in the game at this point. Can confirm mediums pop on lap 18 when using controller, yeah. Controller and tire wear, yes, we don't survive. We know the drill. We know the drill. Which is why I don't know why I keep doing it to you guys with tracks that are clearly bad at it, but I'm not the one driving, so it feels less. But I'm sorry. Fake sorry, yes. Okay, safety car should be in at the end of the next lap, I'm guessing, unless it wants to get really bored and say, nah, I'll just hop in now. But I think too many cars are too far away. We'll keep them on board just in case Burn gets bored. 10 laps of racing we'll have if it goes in at the end of the next lap. So we'll see, well, 9, technically, I think. Yeah. We'll see how that actually ends up playing off. Tatal, put your foot down, Buzz has been called for. They're trying to catch them. I think they'll be fine at some point, but I can see the slight frustration, but nothing too major. Yeah, they've got an extra lap. They'll be okay. Most of the rest of the grid has caught. No one going to go for a late dive into the pits near the back, I'm wondering, just in case. Like, if you're at this sort of stage, I would have wondered if any of those three would have just said, I'll just put a brand new set of mediums if you have one free. Why not? And then cruise to the back of the safety car with warm tires plus the newest tires of the lot. But they haven't gone for it. Ad timing is very awful for anyone trying to watch the restart, but it might be done by the end of the lap. Might time just perfectly. 3 DNFs in a row. Listen, I don't think I've actually personally been there or anything, but like I've seen it happen. It's a very annoyingly common thing to just have like streaks of bad luck for random tiny instances. Sometimes you can have the same set of 3 incidents, like mistakes, I should say. If it's your own doing, I don't know. But 3 annoying things that you do wrong that end up being, oh, I just lose 2 seconds every time. And then all of a sudden you do it again and then it's 3 DNFs. I get it. But like, unless it's like you driving into all intentionally, that just can be happening on a bad stage sometimes. And sometimes it can be fine. And it's like, oh, I can get away with it. I see you. I see it. It's fine. It's not a bad... I mean, it's an annoying thing. I get it. I would also be equally annoyed if it's me. But like, it happens. I've seen it a lot in this league before. And in racing in general. But I've seen it in this league alone. I like that I have enough like examples of racing weirdness and like incidents and skill issues and cool... funny moments, or just cool moments in general, all in this league alone. I don't have to ever refer to real life. I can refer to a championship last lap winner from my own league rather than Brazil 2008. That I think is very cool to do. I like that I can pull that off. Anyways, there's many more races to go. There's a couple more left in the season. It's not all and done yet. But these two it might be. I have no clue who's going to win the championship yet. Or when a car might win the championship or not. The ad break is finishing at absolutely perfect time. Welcome back, people from the ads. You are watching an F1 Kid timing his restart to possible perfection to see when he does choose to do it. Right there and now as I look away and try and catch the rear angle as the accelerator. That is a restart of high proportions. That is a Raul getting pressured from Josh Icality. He doesn't make the move. A lock up into turn 1 for the Aston Martin. It almost put Ethan in a chance to take the lead immediately, but he doesn't. And the other McLaren does survive onto 3rd. But that's a rare mistake. ×2. For the Aston. That first one, though, almost got costly for a lead straight away. He held on just for now. The order stays the same for the top 5, I believe. That is an opportunistic move possibly being done. Room was given. Still going for it. Has to sell for 6. Pooch, I respect the gamble. It's kind of nice. Behind him is Noah, still also sneaking in I say sneaking. He's deserved to be there in that top 6-7 range the whole time. Quest is also in that range now. Like I said, look out for those medium runners. Bagel's going to be dangerous. Rocket Pro might be dangerous. Noah and Pooch as well, if they get a move through some cars, could make some inroads into a sneaky top 5 that they might not be expecting to get earlier in the race. I don't know. 3 seconds for Ollie, though, won't help his cause. And for now, I'm actually going to put on a penalty so you can see if that does change some stuff on the race results. That is a bit of contact. Pooch has barged his way slightly through. Don't know if that was just racing or nothing. It looked fine from the angle I saw it, at least, but there could have been more. Position change. P5 is in Pooch's name. Noah is going to try and pass the Aston Martin as well. And I think the key thing for Pooch, he's also just kind of within a second of the car ahead. He might just survive not being dumped out of DRS if he pushes himself on in this middle sector. And that is Noah past Arbu. It's not actually done yet. Hold on. Not done just yet. This is still going. That's a bit of a squeeze. Arbu's probably sick of being clipped at that corner by anyone trying to pass him. ×2 at least in this race. It might be more than that. Go on. Round the outside. ×2 in 2 laps. It is ×2 in 2 laps. It's literally the exact same story we just saw, but a tiny bit more room given for the pair of them. They're still trying it. Arbu surviving. For P6, no, he isn't. It's not done yet. Space is still given. This is an insane good battle, but the time they listen to the cars ahead is painful. But for them, maybe they don't care. It's just a P6 or nothing. Arbu also has a penalty, so maybe he isn't even too fussed. But the racing, that was very cool. We've now got a trade of an Aston, a Haas, a Mercedes, and everyone else. The entire rest of the pack is pretty much here, waiting to make some inroads, as that was Bagel having a little sniff for a second. Now, I think I can breathe for a tiny bit. Pooch is just trying to, really trying to get in DRS. He has managed it. He's burned enough battery. He will join the top 5 train. Josh on a 3 seconds. Raul on a 3 seconds. Ethan on a move for turn 1 for P1 to keep the championship alive. He is still kind of around the outside, but I think the switchback's been done very nicely. He tries to counter immediately at the next few corners. Has to stay in second position. It's not going to be done right now. This championship could be done at the end of this race, but I don't know if they're going to take it a route, if they're going to have a good time. We literally have nothing to base it off. Absolutely nothing. We'll find out later. It's fine. All Ethan's got to do is keep clean on his side, and he can have another go in the next lap or two. All F1 kid's got to do is just keep clean and not make any more mistakes, and it's doable for him. Raul and Josh, if those two ahead of those cars have an issue, even with the penalty, might still steal an extra position they weren't expecting. And imagine if the front two make an error. 3rd and 4th are in the lead, but with the 3 seconds, it could be a Pooch winning a Noah second. Don't count out miraculous things in NSL. They happen all the time. He's burning his absolute life, soul, or everything, let alone his battery, to try and stay within DRS still, so it might be a bit tricky. It's another lap where he's right on the edge. I'm not sure if the detection point is going to be kind to him. I think it will be by about 0.08 of a second. Yeah, I think he's safe. Yeah, he is. He goes on for another lap. 7/10 of a gap on this lap between Ethan and F1 line. There's no more safeties. There's no more anything to help them out. Maybe there's time for a VSRF safety car if it happened now. But otherwise, nothing else is going to give any of these guys a free chance at brand new tires. Bit of a closing gap, something. It's gonna have to be done on track now. At Hungary. I know, it's gonna be tricky. I ain't got a clue if that's gonna end up running like that, but we'll see. And Raul is still about, by the way. He has kind of dropped Josh, but he's also dropping his own car at the top of the hill. I say drop Josh. He got him to a second and it had a massive snap, and now it's back to normal between those two. So Josh is still more or less absolutely there. More or less and absolutely don't make any sense with each other, but we'll just pretend it does. Pooch might have been the bullet and might not be able to keep up, and has just decided I'll hang on to my P5, call it a day. It would be a clean, solid P5, but I wondered with those tires if he could have maybe done a bit more for a lap or two. Those tires seem like they don't want to do a lap or two longer anymore, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for the meters of Pooch. We'll allow it. Noah are doing a stellar race, though, in 6. He's going to have to fight for it for the rest of it, because Young Quest is en route. It is a retirement. It is a safety car at the end. Did anyone dive in the pits near the end is a question. Bloodclaw F1 team has done it. Is anyone else behind going to follow in? I knew there'd be time for one more. I didn't think it would actually happen, though. We've got a DNF. We've got Jack ignoring 10 seconds for speeding in the pit. Oh, no, that was something else. I think it was ignoring yellow flag, so he might have got an illegal overtake at some point. We had a speeding in a pit lane for Bagel. Those are 2 separate instances. The timing of that is insane. Ethan's gonna get given one more close-up between him and F1 Lightning. But the problem is that actually even gonna help him? I don't know, because he might get done on a getaway. I have no clue, but it's his best chance. I was wondering if everyone behind gambled and just tried and tried to put a soft tire on, and then F1 Kid got caught. It was almost timed perfectly to basically run a whole race that shall not be named at the end of 2021 season movements. It wasn't that in the end for those two. They're going to fight on equal footing. Tires are the same. A lot of duns on the soft. Pooch gambled and put the soft tires on. His teammate the same. So does Tatar, RB, and Jack. They're going to have a monumental 3 laps. Because I think the safety car's probably going to just do a thing where it comes in instantly at the end of the next lap. I don't think it's going to let them catch for 2 laps and then say it's coming in. It might just say, next lap at this point, yeah, we're done. We're going away. So anyone behind on those soft tires, I don't know what they want to do. They might even pit again because they'll have brand new softs again. It might be advantageous for anyone still wanting to go for the gamble, or if you're on a soft now, pit again, put a brand new set of soft tires on, just to make sure they're brand new for the last part of the race. None of the lead runners that are on 1st and 9th on the hards and mediums have gone for it. They're sticking with what they've got. 10th and below, staying the same. Bagel is going to go for a brand new set. I honestly think it makes the difference of how much these soft tires wear. I honestly think it does. It depends how much he loses with the rest of the cars. The car's going to stay out, and so is RB, and so is Figgy. It might make a difference. It might do nothing, but like, I'm surprised a couple people at least didn't join those guys on the softs. Just at the back of this train, thinking, I ain't going to lose too much. Why not? They stay as they are. Ollie, Ray in 9th position, jostling for a second there. We're going for this. We're going for a late safety car. Not late, he's alive, thankfully. As a late in F1, Christian Horner said, sadly, and stressed me out on that day, you only need 1 racing lap. You only need 1. I don't know if he said it or Jonathan Wheeler. Regardless, one of the Dons at Red Bull said it. You don't need much racing to see if a title can be continued or if it can be ended. It could be a good day. There's a lot of stats to pull off. If you want, do you want to pull some stats and see if this championship gets sorted now for this Aston Martin? We'll pull off some stats for you, because why not? Wins. How many have we had for this man? This man has had 20 wins total. He's already got the most wins in NSL at this time. F1 Kid's already nerded his way to getting that. Most wins in a season. It's on the cards to be closed in on, but I don't think it can be done purely because we had an 18 race season, which meant Josh is on 10 wins. That's going to be hard to beat. But I think technically, I mean, if he wins this and the next few, he gets closer to it, which looks cool. It's already looking like it's going to be one of the more dominant championship wins if it ended like this. It's been that type of season for that Aston Martin, man. He's had a lot of stats to his name. He's had a lot of pole positions. Every time he's finished on the podium, he has won the race. Every single time. He's only been on the podium 6 times, by the way, which is crazy. Out of all the races. Don't know how that's crazy, but there's also sprints involved in that too. I don't know. But all we know is Ethan. He finishes ahead of the Aston, who goes a little bit earlier than last lap. If he finishes ahead of the Aston, the race isn't done. The championship isn't done. It carries on till next round. It might get ended in that next round, but it keeps going. F1 Kid just needs to stay where he is, and he has a never championship to his belt. He's already had a couple to his name before. He might go and get a never. Well, 1. You might get your second. You get the point. Anyways, we'll see if he becomes one of the next repeat winners alongside a Big Dylan, alongside a Lewis, alongside a Sir Nan. Back in the early days of season 103, technically, we don't count those to the stats, but like, in my head, I do. Doesn't count. Pooch up to 8th, by the way, already starting to make some gains on the rest of the cars around him. Noah's on a 3 second. That could be huge for cars behind. Quest might steal a top 5 or even bigger than that. Quest might steal a podium if he's looking nice at this point. I don't know. He's close enough. Maybe penalties change stuff if the double warning thing gets removed. I have no clue, but I don't know. Just maybe. Quest might be on a podium again. He might get some redemption for that Monaco event that just went not his way because of the game. We have no clue. Pooch is still charging about and is moving on maximum aggression to try and get anything he can do. I'm excited what he's going to do, but what I'm less excited for the front two, depending on which way you're looking at it, is that gap's 9/10 of a second. I think F1 is starting to flex the muscles. He's just about pulling away more in a comfortable. I think he's comfortable. I think he's been comfortable this entire race. Ollie's retired. I saw him have a moment. He's down to 14th. He's now out of the race. Double DNF for the Ferraris. No points for the Ferraris guaranteed at this point now. We get a classification, but nothing more than that. And a 1.1 second gap means I think Ethan's going to have to pull off some insane movements to try and get himself back into it. Otherwise, title might be done and dusted here and now. Raul is still trying to chase down his teammate with a penalty to his own name, so I'm not sure if that's going to make too big of a difference. Pooch is still going, by the way, trying to send his car in any millimeter of gap he can find. And I suspect he might... Too far of a gap to try it there, but I think that was any closer he would have tried it. He's in gunners for now. 1.8 at the front. Nothing going to be done there, I don't think. I think we might be calling a new set of stats at the end of this one. We'll find out in a little bit. We've still got some laps left. There could be easy mistakes. There could be penalties. We have no clue what's going to be on the board, but the gap's big at 2.1. Pooch stalled out a little bit behind Quest. This is a fight for the podium, no? On track, this is still a big fight for the podium. If Pooch manages to pass the car ahead. If he does that, that's insane. I'm not sure if the maths actually work out like that. I think the gaps might be big enough, but it's a possible fight for the podium. No, it isn't, actually. Never mind. I think I'm losing my brain. We'll see what these two are fighting for at the end anyways. Side by side, going down the main straight. I reckon Pooch is going for a double send. Surely. Yes, he is. He is. He's going for it. No one's going to switch back, and we'll get the move done. Is that a spin for Quest? It's just a bit of a slide. He's still going. Still fighting down the inside is Pooch. Into 5th place he goes. Now he's got to push and see if he can get just as close as he can to the cars ahead. And maybe, just maybe, get within 3 seconds to at least steal 4th. Pooch, not bad of a job from him on that soft. I think the gamble worked pretty well. Raul is trying to catch his teammate on track again, just for a bit of eyes. Probably just going to stress Ethan out even more because I think he's done everything he could have. He's been given every opportunity. You cannot say he hasn't been given every opportunity to try and go for this one. But I don't think he could do much more than what this man had in his locker all season long as Raul gets it every 3 seconds. This man has had 7 wins in the season so far. A bit wild. A tiny bit wild if he crossed the line and doesn't DNF. He's had 7 podiums, 100% win rate off a podium. It could be one of the most dominant seasons yet. F1 Kid crosses the line with a bit of breaking movements on the track to win the Hungarian Grand Prix and become a double NSL Drivers' Champion to boot as well. Ethan tried his best the entire season, and honestly, it looked like a dream, a pipe dream at first. It looked like it wasn't ever going to be possible. It actually looked like he could have done it for a while, but F1 Kid flexed his muscles. I went to do it. Podium ends up being given to Josh in the end. Pooch could not beat him on the pens. I thought that wasn't even going to end up being close. It actually ended up kind of nice. Josh back on the podium for the first time in a hot minute. He'll be impressed with that one. GG's all round. New championship decided on the board. Let me get the provisionals on the screen as well. I can't confirm the constructors is still going on to the next round. So we've only got 1 championship to decide. But fastest lap, win, pole, everything, not Grand Slam, but almost perfection race from F1 Kids. That is 7 wins. Right now, he's won 70% of all the races this season, and he's had 70% podium success rate so far to grab that win. Even in second, honestly, has done very, very well, but couldn't do too much more than that. So congratulations in that driver's fight that's now finally ended at the top. But sometimes F1 Kid is just inevitable. Josh in 3rd position. Podium sitter for the first time in a hot minute. He'll be happy with that one. Welcome back to the top 3. It's nice to have you there. Beats Pooch. Almost trying to pad the stats again. Everyone. Young Quest in a very impressive 5th. Then we have Raul in 6th. We've got another penalty near the end. Noah in 7th. Jack in 8th. Ray in 9th. Bagel in 10th. RB 11th. Then Tatar in 12th. 13th was Rocket Pro. 14th classified is still Ollie. 15th is Pimp Princess. 16th, 7th, this is Birds and Vortex. Obviously DNF'd as well later on. That is a championship decided. 1 down, 1 to go. Kind of annoyed it wasn't the other way around because that would have been kind of cool, but like, that's a good day. It's gone Lithuania. What did he say specifically to that one? I wanted to read exactly how he worded it. Did bro say it's going Lithuanian in 2025? I see what you're doing there. I don't like the callback. I'll revoke that championship right here and now if you reference that championship ever again. Didn't like that. Congrats, honestly. Yeah, I mean, so far, it's already leaning to be one of the more dominant seasons. It's obviously not finished, so I can't claim it. But if you want to pad some championship stats from previous seasons, let me look no further than this monitor right here. I want to give you some. The highest percentage of wins we've had from the champion in a season was Mr. Dylan West in Season 9. 7 wins, he won 58% of all races that season. Right now, it's on cards to beat that if no one starts to stop F1 Kid. You might need to stop him soon, if I'm honest, if you want that to not be a thing. Dylan might lose a record on that one. I never even checked that before, but it's up there. Fair enough. I still have a podium every race other than Monaco. You still have more than F1 Kid, if that helps. You have more podiums than him. But he has just won every time he has been on said podium. Kind of tricky, but that is still an impressive start. And also for the podium stats as well, I don't think he has the most success rate of podium every time he races. Definitely has the most for wins. It might be kind of tied between Kane in Season 4, but he didn't win a championship that season, so it doesn't even count. That still goes to, I think, Josh in Season 10. In 18 race season, which is obviously a lot, he finished on the podium 17 times. Only once he didn't, and that was the last race of the season, which went well for him. That stuff happened between him and another car. Nothing major. I don't know if that was that season or if it was the one after. I think I'm mixing up seasons. Anyways, P7. Noah had a good time out there, if I'm honest. Noah had a great time out, but it was... yeah, I think a few too many things just went otherwise not to your way, and then it was a bit annoying. Because otherwise, Noah's doing well. Noah had a good time out that way. Pooch, you didn't give out a safety car for free. Why are you not buying safety cars? Why are you trying to buy a safety car? Every season 9 is a random race. It's nice, isn't it? See, now you're advocating for my chaos. Now, that I can deliver intentionally many times in NSL. Speaking of, get yourself in the league for the last couple races of the season. You might as well. We've got a couple races of action. We've got a Vegas sprint. Estimation my NSL on the VODs. Or in the Twitch chat on the VOD. Go check in the description. Get in there. Get mixy. Have a good time. And I'll just come and watch, because honestly, it's good entertainment. Now the safety cars are returning. Now the safeties are turning off. It might be a nice time to watch some racing where people just kind of do whatever they feel like they can do and have a good time. We'll see. We'll be here next week, off to Belgium with school. Nice. Where in Belgium? Well, you'd have to say where, like what for in Belgium. I'm basically asking, is it the racetrack? Is it a racetrack in Belgium? If not, have a good time. I don't need to know. That's it. Turn 1 is my stomping ground. Pooch was doing damage in Turn 1, by the way. Pooch was sending it in that corner. Honestly impressive. That last hit car caused by my teammate. I have to do a little investigation on, you know, the possible sabotagery / teammate helpage. We've had that before. Big up Austria between the Ferraris. Ethan and Josh. We move. Yeah, safety cars are helping out a lot of people. Helped Ethan get another chance. I think it helps. Well, depending on which one, Pooch obviously got a chance to go for that podium almost, and I really got close to doing it. What was it, 1300ths of a second? Not bad. The amount of stats I wrote to see if maybe Ethan managed to keep that championship going, and none of them are necessary because the inevitable just happens. I knew it could, but have to be optimistic, you know. We have to be optimistic. It's a good time. But yeah, that's honestly impressive. It's an impressive time. Have to paddle. What have I done to them, bro? Have you said some things about them to, like, in FIFA or something? And they're like, we ain't going to do you dirty in FIFA. We're just going to do you dirty in every other EA game you play. It's got to be that. Bro's been raging too much about FUT Champs and stuff at one day. It's like, you know what, EA, we'll hold you to that, bro. We'll hold you to that. What is Crashgate? What you did to... Nah, I'm kidding. It's not that. It's not that. Very long story. Someone can happily tell you, but I ain't doing it. I only boxed the sauce because I knew I was one warning from a pen, but it never came. Damn. Yeah, bro. Bro was... He might have warning from the stewards later, depending on if anyone sends tickets in. As always, hashtag report incidents in the Discord. In the NSL Discord. I was going to say, if a driver somehow was not already in that, that's very impressive. Send tickets in, 1 per incident. If you have anything worth sending in, we'll have a look. I don't know if there's much that I visibly saw. That, like, there's a couple close calls, but I don't think there's anything too major. I think we're kind of fine. I'm honestly happy with that. It was a nice, solid day out for the masses, but we'll see how it goes. Is there any other stats I wanted to show off? Because I wanted to, like, give some love to that title. That was still pretty nice. Look in main. I will have a look in the main chat. I got you. We need to have a look at the clips. Also, as always, hashtag clips. I want to see if there's anything cool that was in there. Do you mean main chat in NSL? Because if you do, this is a very cool graphics, but I don't think you want this graphic to your day. I'll let him see it. I'll let him see it. I don't think he wants this graphic to his name. Race results, DNF in block black capitals on a massively bright red screen. It's happening again. At least for one side, yeah, it's Ferrari looking. Make him type at least a P and a number. Let him type something, man. Technically, Ollie at least gets a classification if you want to give him a P something. I don't know if you want to be nice to him for that. Is it Austria next week? I can show you the races actually for the next part. I didn't end up changing the calendar part because I didn't even show it once, so I was like, I'm not going to bother. But Miami obviously didn't happen. That was now. But after that, we have Austria for the penultimate round of the season. Constructors might get sorted by that point. Might get sorted. Well, it should be sorted by that point. There's no other time it can be. And then Heritage. NSL Heritage. Otamendi. Kevin De Bruyne. NSL Heritage is big times in Vegas. We're seeing Safso wins there. We're seeing sends from range from Dylan and Josh and all the bunch. Vegas delivers. We will have an ever sprint. We'll have an ever solid rounds. Be there or be square or whatever you want to see. I'm excited for that one because it's a nice ending. We might have a chill day for stewards, by the way. Yeah, Josh. We might actually have it. Mostly because I think people probably can't be bothered to do much ticket-wise. And I actually don't think that many things happened, even if there was people wanting to. It's a combination of both. We might have a nice week off. Josh, go do what you want tomorrow. I ain't gonna call you. You'll be fine. It's a good time. It's a good time. Right. I want to stop copyright-free musicking. So YouTube VOD. I'm gonna end now. If you want to hop over to Twitch and if you're watching on a YouTube stream, I told you many times I don't read the chat there because I haven't got enough boxes on my screen. Just come to Twitch and we're gonna watch clips. Good time. I'm gonna leave now, but come join.